I'm at Sacred Heart Church, which is the oldest church that was in Wetaskiwin, built in 1896. I don't think I'm supposed to actually be on the property, so we're just gonna go for a quick little check around. November 2nd, 18. Age 9 days, 9 jours. Oh guys, this is a bit spooky. To admit it's a bit spooky here, even though it's daylight. But probably that's because I'm doing something wrong. Okay, I'm getting caught up here. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed our little tour. I got the idea because I was watching the show where it was showing abandoned buildings, and all of a sudden it said there was a abandoned church in Wetaskiwin, which is just a little distance away from me. So I went there, and it was like there was no signs that said no entry or do not enter or anything like that, but it was fenced, and I found a way to just go around and see it. So I have to tell you that intuitively, when I looked at the movie afterwards, or the clip afterwards, and I saw inside the church, and I know that, the church was originally built in 1894, started functioning in 1896. It was a church. It operated as a school at one point. They said that it had a very unique balcony within it. And when the church was running, it was the first Roman Catholic church, the oldest building in Wetaskiwin. They said that when everybody went to church, the women and the children and babies would sit in the pews, and the men and the boys would sit up in the balcony. And it was a really big deal when you were a boy to get to go to the balcony, until you got that certain age or that certain maturity, you'd have to stay in the pew with mom and them. But when I was looking at the video, and you can see the pews have like some colors on it, and I just got this really strong feeling of children, and not in a good way, I have to say. So I had to do it. It was really, really interesting and fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. But I thought, let's do a few questions about the church, because I got some really interesting feelings when I was there. So I thought, let's ask. I want to know about the children, why. I know it was a school, and there's no information. I tried to look it up. You can look it up on the computer. Nothing comes up. It's very vague, or just the basics. But I'd like to know, when it comes to that church, what is the energy around it, because I feel a lot of children around it. Right off the bat, family. Guys, I just get this feeling that, the children were there. It was family-based, trying to get people to follow the rules of the Roman Catholic Church. Going across it, oh. So I think there was something that happened there. I think there was something, in any church you're going to have issues or whatnot. But I think that, it looks like there was some scamming, some kind of issue that happened there, probably money. Ooh, underneath it, the Three of Swords. Heartache and heartbreak. I told you, when I looked in and I saw some of the pews were different colors, I just got this. And I mean, the Three of Swords is there. Obviously, we saw grays and stuff, but in the past, it was viewed as something to attract people. Ugh. On the top, we've got the Queen of Wands, so there was a want for people to follow the rules. I'm sure it was very strict in a way. Oh, 100%. I literally said it was strict, and I got the Ace of Wands, so we're looking at a wham bang, Walking away. There's some kind of story here that has to deal with children, the church. The church. Oh my God. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Five of Swords as our ending card. I get the feeling that within that church, when it was a school, I just get some negative feelings about it. It's like, like something that's two-faced. In one hand, it looks like it's a positive thing, but underneath, if you scratch underneath the surface, you'll see something negative. Because I'm telling you, I had this feeling about children, and I just get the feeling that something went awry there. And I'm going to have to try. Who can I reach out to? Because, I would love to learn more, but there's nothing on, I can't find it, but very interesting. So next, we're going to talk about Heche. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was a huge, huge fan of Another World. And she was on it, and she was Marley and Victoria Love. And I was so enamored with Jake, which was her partner. And she was fantastic on it. Like, I mean, amazing. And then I remember her getting involved with Ellen, and I had heard a lot about her history, that she was abused by her father from very early age. She said she doesn't even remember that she talked till the age of 12. A lot of death and dying that happened in her family, and we know that she has mental issues, as well as I saw an interview with her and she was really slurring her words and such. So I think that there might have been, I think there's probably going to be prescription medication, but also alcohol or whatnot. I feel so bad for her. I really and truly feel bad for her. I loved her on Another World. I really did. So I thought, let's just have a look and see what happened. Because to be completely honest with you, my first feeling when I heard the story was suicide. I really felt like at some point something clicked and she was like, I just don't care. And she just went for it. I feel like there's an undertone there to it. And oh, God bless Olivia Newton-John, who passed away. Oh my God, I loved Grease. I mean, she was such a nice person and everything, so God bless her. The losses we've had this year has been crazy. So let's look at Anne Heche. Anne Heche, because there's something there. God bless her. She's really trying to hold on. Her strength of wanting to try to hold on is really strong. She's fighting for her life. Truly fighting for her life. Going across, we have the Three of Cups. So I think this has a couple of indications for me. One, it shows that drinking and excessive drinking, celebrating, socialization has been occurring for a while. I would imagine that within her relationship, if she's involved with somebody or if she recently broke up with somebody, there's some kind of estrangement within her family. Two of Wands, her mind is always wondering what else is there. She's so confused. In the past, she was not happy with the way things were happening. I remember when she broke up, or when Ellen and her broke up, I think Ellen broke up with her, and she had said that it took like all her movie roles away and really affected her career. The Hierophant, definitely going against all the rules and regulations of the social way to drive. Seven of Cups, so I think right now everything is up in the air. And with the Four of Pentacles there, she is really, really trying to hold on. But with the Seven of Cups here, it's like, they're like, we can do X, Y, and Z, but even doing all this, we don't know how well we can get her. So I think it's a very confusing space right now. Oh gosh, this poor woman. Secret, I'm telling you, I strongly, strongly feel that there was a part of her that was just like, I've done this, I've been there, I've said this, I'm just done. I really and truly get a feeling. The people around her, they really liked her. She was very well liked by people. She was very, eccentric, but it looks like she was a very good, give and take. That's how people view her. Oh my God, the depression, guys. It is so overwhelming. It truly is a feeling of, I've done it. I've lived my life. Everything from this point on is just repeats. She is so depressed, and there's so many things that have gone wrong, and she can't help but be lost in the past over these things that went wrong, not seeing the beauty in her, because my gosh, beautiful. Page of Cups. So right now, she's really, like, oh my God. She's really, really trying to hold on. When I asked what was her future, I got the Two of Pentacles. So the situation's going to be up and down, up and down. She really, like the amount of strength and the amount of want for life is so strong. She is fighting for her life, like fighting, fighting, fighting. God bless her. Like she literally could choose life or death at this point. But my God, the emotion here, it's literally, it feels like with the cards here, because they're right here. It literally feels like there's a box here. Her weight is so strong. Remember in the Christmas movie Scrooge, and the ghost Marley comes to visit him, and he's got all these heavy chains? Well, that's what it feels like, that no matter what she's doing, she's a really good person, but there's something amiss with her. And I'm just gonna say it. I truly feel like, on top of anything else that she was going through, whether it was drinking, prescription drugs, what have you, I think a point came where she decided, you know, I don't care, and she just went for it, thinking and knowing that she could take her life. It was like she was looking for a dramatic change. So God bless her. I wish her the best. I truly do. So now we're going to look at Donald Trump, because oh, Mar-a-Lago, they had a check-in there. There's stuff that's missing. So I thought, oh, we're going to have a reading. Let's have a look at Donald Trump and see what exactly is going on, my friend. What have you hid? There's something there, because a judge said, yes, you can go do this. In order for a judge to say, yes, you can go, you know, look at this house and look at everything and try to find whatever. Like, I mean, it was a raid. They had to have a good reason. I mean, I can't imagine. Trump must be wearing diapers right now, because holy sugar, holy sugar. So let's have a look at Donald Trump. Let's see what they're looking for. And then we'll just ask questions and pull cards. So what specifically are they looking for with Donald Trump? What are they trying to go after? There's a situation involving money. I think that, okay. Look, as frustrating as this is, it's a case of, look, they're weighing out a situation. I truly believe that within this, within having to go after people, within knowing that it's not just Trump, it's other people involved in this and how far it goes up, you have to clean house, make sure that everything's okay. But then at the same time, you have to protect the U.S. You want to be able to say, look, this guy did this, that, and the other thing, but there's certain things I'm sure they have to protect. You have to protect the United States. It's very, very important. But there's secrets. There's like they have a specific thing that they are looking for. They know that he broke some kind of rules. I really feel like, oh, Hangman, seeing the situation from a different perspective. I think a lot, I'm like, we gotta stop that. On top of it, we've got the Six of Wands. So I think this is directly affecting Donald Trump. And I think it has something, obviously, it's something that has to connect with the time that he was president, because this is like celebratory, and underneath it is the rules. So I think it has to do with Donald Trump, a money trail. I'm sure they're looking for documents and papers and anything that could go after him. But at the same time, I'm thinking here that, ooh, I got to stop doing that. What am I doing? I'm getting on my own nerves. Ooh. We've got the Ace of Cups here. So there's going to be a lot of emotion. I mean, Donald Trump is just going to go insane. He's going to, because with the Ace of Cups, it's just overflowing. So Donald Trump as a character is just going to become more Donald Trump. He's going to be more out there. Woo! Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, 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 goodbye. They are going after Donald Trump. Like you don't realize how particular and how incentive they are to get him. And they don't want to just get him for one thing. I do think there's going to be money, family involved. I am telling you, listen to me, that the people that are involved, whether it be Garland or whoever, they are crossing their T's, dotting their I's, and making sure that they have everything in place so they can go after Trump. Two of Cups. Oh, somebody specific is going to come out of this. There's going to be another important person, somebody of high power that's going to get called out. Teflon Don. Jeez Louise. The Star. Let's just keep going. See, ooh. Three of Swords. So there's going to be three people. One that's very, very close to him. I'm thinking this could be like Ivanka, Jarrett, Don Jr., because Don Jr.'s gone off the ledge, like, completely. He's definitely going, they are looking at legal things to go after them. But I asked, like, why they do not want to rush in. Trump is going to be a real character. He's going to be up in the crazy when it comes to this. No. Wow. This is going to change his world. This could be the completion. This could literally be a way that they're going to say, hey, we want to get him out. There's something to do with Donald Trump on a personal level when it comes to his family and his business. This is something specific, and it is going to cause a ruckus. People from all sides are going to be upset. You're going to see the Trumpsters getting upset. I think that out of this, we may see some chaos. Like, just, when you're trying to carefully break down something and you don't want it to ill affect, the United States, but you got to get rid of the cancer that's there and get rid of it. So I think right now, do they have an indictment for him? I didn't see the justice card come out. I just think for right now, Teflon Don is hopeful still. He still knows he has support and he's going to use it. I'm worried that he's going to get really crazy and be like, okay, I'm going to go for president. I definitely see here that it's family, money, connection. You know what? Let's just pull a couple of cards and we'll look at Ivanka, Jarrett, Don Jr., and Eric. I can't even remember the other girl's name, the little blonde one. Sugar. I can't remember her name. I never ask about her because she's not really part of the family other than being in some pictures or what have you. Tiffany. That was her name. Tiffany. Thank you. Whoever told me that. Okay, so let's have a look at Ivanka. How is all this ruckus that's going around Donald Trump affecting Ivanka? Ivanka has a secret, and it's against Donald Trump. We have said this for years. She has done something against him. Not because she wanted to, but because she wanted to save her own ASS. Ooh. Do you see this? She has told stuff. She has affirmed stuff. She has given... she's given almost like some maps as to ways to shoot and go around. She has betrayed. She's definitely betrayed. She's covering her own, CYA. For sure. Oh my God. Jarrett. How's this going to affect you? Jarrett. How's this going to affect you? Ivanka's like, she's involved, but she's hoping... because she's Ivanka, because she's a girl, she'll get out of it somehow. That's how it feels. So Jared. Page of Wands. So I think that, again, just like Ivanka, he went in and he talked and he tried to cover himself to the best of his ability. Wow. He's teetering. He's trying to figure out what to do. Like, okay, instantaneously with this card, I got a feeling like moving assets, moving money, hiding stuff. This is temperance, like trying to balance things out and keep certain things, because I mean, his wife had secrets, so he knows he's involved and he's trying to cover up. I think he's going to be getting into some trouble. Maybe he's the one that's going to be highly connected, him and Ivanka or what have you. Let's look at Donald Jr. What's your vibe right now? Page of Cups. As soon as I flipped it over, I just got this wave of like, yeah, you know, because he's like, rah, 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 rah. And you can tell he's like on something. So this is telling me, yes, for sure he's on something. Walking away. Don Jr. See him crying. Don Jr. Why do I get a vibe like I just feel like it's family oriented, going after the money, but I think also because there was that hidden card in the reading, it could be looking for a specific piece of information. But I really and truly strongly feel like, yes, they're going after Trump. Yes, they're going after all the people around Trump. And I think the people around Trump are going to get in more trouble than Trump himself. But I also strongly feel that they're trying to protect, you know, the office, protect whatever, because this is not just Donald Trump. This goes out to like all over the place, as we've talked about, right? So let's look at Eric. He's been talking a bit now. Eric. Six of Wands. So he's really feeling the need and want to talk, defend. I think they're all really worried about the actual name, the business of Trump. We got the Lover's card for him. Oh my God. So he's connected in something that happened in the past. So a problem is going to come up for Eric as well. It's interesting how that all the children kind of have this one side that they try to look socially acceptable, but then underneath it, they're just all have strands of Donald Trump. Like, it's just bizarre, even watching them talk. You know what? That's because we forgot about Tiffany. Let's just pull a card on Tiffany and see how she's doing. Poor thing, we always forget her. All right, you know, Tiffany. How are you? How's this affecting you? Is it affecting you? Eight of Swords. She is blocked in her own thoughts, feelings, and emotions. She's feeling really trapped. She's feeling bad. She's worried about her finances. But I still feel, because if you see this card, she's got a blindfold on. I don't think that Tiffany, no, she's gone in a different direction. She's in this as like photo ops. That's it. She's not really into it. She hasn't seen anything. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear about her moving, going to like literally another country or something like that. I'd be interested to see if she's trying to move somewhere, move around the country, or even moving outside of the country, because she's not part of this. She doesn't want to be part of it. But she's also got all the swords covering around her, so it's like trouble and mayhem and worry all around her. but it's caused by all this stuff that's happening. But some of it is her own self, because I think there's a part of her that resents the fact that she wasn't a real Trump, because she didn't, she was a half brother, a half sister to Ivanka and Eric and Donald Jr. So I think there's this double side to it, where there's a relief that I'm not part of this, but at the same time, it's like the one thing that hurt her whole life, not being able to have this close relationship with her father and not feeling part of the family, and that was literally what saved her. So she's feeling pulled in all kinds of different directions, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her move. So poor Ivanka. She passed away, and Donald Trump has buried her in the off the golf course, so that it had something to do with not having to pay property tax or some such thing. I mean, we know that he's a complete and utter, like, just, oh God, he's not a good man in any way, shape, or form. I just want to pull one card to see what does Ivana. I truly believe that, I mean, when they were in their big divorce and it was all over all the rag papers, I mean, she even accused him of rape. So I feel as though after she got over her anger and she got the divorce, she wanted her children to have somebody that was decent. And she knew she still, even after they broke up, had to hold this man up in some kind of regard, even though I think she was the work and the person who did everything behind the scenes. And I'm sure she's grateful that she didn't stay with Donald Trump her whole life, because I think there's definitely a connection, like this, almost like she walks with God, and she had this feeling like no matter what, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be able to do it. That's the sense. Ooh. That's the sense I got, and the card just flew out. So we're going to look at this card. Oh, look, I love it. She is like, you know what? I don't worry about what happens there. I am happy. I am, like, she's found peace. She has connected with things, people, friends, family, all these amazing things that come to us. She has received, and with that, there's an understanding that we don't have as humans, that she has received. So it's almost like a feeling of, look, we could talk, and I could tell you all the bad stuff, because I definitely get a conversational feeling from her, like she would be able to, really tell us some interesting stories. But with that card, it's like, I'm at peace, and what's happening there was karmic. It was like Donald Trump was part of a change that had to happen, and he was the one that brought the change. So I feel as though in some way she knew that Donald was going to do something, not what he did, like becoming president, but I feel as though somehow, whether it be spirit or what, or, just the way she was, she knew that she had to protect Donald Trump so he could go forward, because he had something bigger and grander than her. So she brought him to a certain level. And it's like, at some point she knew that and she accepted it. It's a really like, I'm at peace, no stress, don't worry. So God bless her, good for her. So, my dear friends, that is our reading for this week. I thank you very much for your time. As always, I have our unity candle lit for each and every one of us. Did you hear it's crackling? So we were originally thinking about cutting down the chickens, because there was just too many eggs, and it was just getting to be too much work. So we were planning on thinning it out. And then the other night, a coyote, you could see on the fence where the fence is bent down, and the coyote got over. So he really went after our chicks. So it ended up being that we had like 5 or 6 chickens left. So we had to get some more chickens, because we like to have at least, 10 or so. So I put up a little video of the baby chicks. So if you're interested, you can stay and see how it goes. So anyway, all that to say, thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk later. Cheerio.